Bob, I just sent you the link.
Okay.
Which email?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oldham County Fiscal Court. I'm David Vogel, Judge Executive. Happy to have all of you here today for our meeting on April 1st, 2025. The year is starting to move fast, isn't it? If you're able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
I pledge allegiance to the
Here.
Good job.
I'll ask Holly Prain to please call the roll.
Magistrate Likens.
Here.
Magistrate Tice.
Here.
Magistrate Woosley.
Here.
Magistrate Jeffries.
Here.
Magistrate Hounds.
Here.
Magistrate Hawkins.
Here.
Magistrate Dye.
Present.
Magistrate Logston.
Present.
And Judge Vogel.
Here. Having all members of the fiscal court present, this meeting is now in session. Is there a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Are there any additions? I'm going to remove one item from the agenda, and that is item C under contracts and resolutions. This is going to be a long meeting, and I don't think we're going to have enough time to discuss that item today, so we'll remove item C. Hearing no other suggestions, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting?
So moved. Second.
Are there any corrections? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Time now for public comment. That's the time during our meeting. Anyone who's come to address the fiscal court is able to do so. And if needed, we allow up to 4 minutes.
Good afternoon, Amy Alvey, Oldham County Clerk. If you follow me on social media, on the clerk's page, you'll see that I recently posted that with Software Management, that's the company that manages our back end of all of our deeds and recordings. We do now have the process to sign up for, it's called Doc Alert. So hopefully it's still saved up here. Let me hit acknowledge here. So this is a free service to anybody that is a resident of Oldham County or any county within the state of Kentucky. You can go to our Facebook page. They're in the process of putting a link button on our land recordings page on our website. But basically what you would do is you would select which county that you live in or you own property in. So you can sign up if you own property in Oldham, Henry, Trimble, whichever. And then the right side of the page is where you will confirm that same information. You'll put your first name, middle name, if you have a suffix, and then an email address. And it will notify you anytime that there is a document that has been recorded with your name on it. As you have it listed in this form, you will get an email notification that a document has been recorded. So you can have up to 10 entries per day. So previously my maiden name was Roberts, so I could put in Amy Roberts, Amy B. Roberts, Amy Beth Roberts, or I could do Amy Alvey, Amy B. Alvey, Amy Beth Alvey, or just Amy Alvey. So all the different variations that you've ever had anything recorded in your name that you're aware of, or you can put any, the variations of your names that are in there. And like I said, you can go through, excuse me, and choose whichever county. If, like I said, if you own property in Rockcastle County, you can do that as well. The trust, if it's in a business name or the trust, you can do that the same way. If it's in a trust, you need to look at your trust documents, because if it is Oldham County, we don't, when we record a trust, if it was the Amy Alvey Living Trust, the will not be in there for the. It'll just be it'll be Amy Alvey Living Trust. So just look at your documents. You can put the in there in case the person that records the document puts the, but we don't index that way. But this is, again, just a free service that we have to help, people that have concerns about property fraud.
Magistrate Logston.
Help me out here, Amy.
Yes,
So,
sir.
You said this will notify you all, not letting you all to record anything unless.
No,
or
it
how?
notifies you as the individual that a document has been filed in your
Right, but
name.
once it's already filed, the damage is done, right?
Not necessarily, but that's going to put you on notice to call and inquire at the deed room what has been recorded in my name, and then you would pursue that from there.
Would there be any way to set it up where you couldn't record unless they gave you permission on that form?
Not with a population of almost 70,000 people. That would hold up recordings tremendously. If everyone had to sign off, not every elderly people that are concerned about it, a lot of times they may have an email, they may not check it for months. So no, it's once the document has been put into the indexing system. So it's not indexed until it's recorded.
Magistrate Woosley.
Salvi, what happens if my name is John Smith and I file for John Smith? Am I going to get notified every time a John Smith document has been filed, or will this let me drill down to put more descriptors in there, like date of birth, social security number?
No, it does not have date of birth or social security numbers on there. So if
I'm
you
going
are,
to get everything that, if there's a separate Kevin Woosley in Oldham County, I'm going to get everything that's also filed under a Kevin Woosley. So it's not necessarily my document.
correct. But if the more detailed information that you put in, so if you put in your middle initial or your full middle name, then you'll be able to do it that way. But again, if you are a John Smith, then if it's John T. Smith, then you're only going to get John T. Smith recordings. Okay. But if you left it just basic as John Smith, then you're going to get notification of any time just a plain John Smith gets recorded.
Magistrate Likens.
Thank you. Amy, can you get me and the rest of the computer dinosaurs in the room? How do we get to this?
Yeah. So you'll go to either you can go to my social media page, which has a link on it. And again, we'll have an individual button that'll be on the county clerk's website. But if you go to doc alert, so it's docalert.ecclix.com. And it'll take you straight to this page. And then there's also a help button here that says need help, start here. And it's going to go through and give you the explanation. Now here, look, my name is John Smith Jr. How would I enter that into your subscription form, Mr. Woosley? It says the entry form allows subscribers to include a suffix. However, it is recommended to you create two individual entries, one with a suffix and one without. But that's if you're a junior or a senior or a third or something of that nature. So
I think Magistrate Likens meant start with how do you turn on the computer first. He goes that far back.
have you restarted? I could work for IT.
Magistrate Hawkins.
Is this a state program?
No, it's through Software Management, which is the company
Okay.
that we contract with. I think they have around 80 counties that they that they supply the back end of the accounting software and deed recordings.
Is it a free service to us?
Yes.
And is it free to the county too?
Yes.
Okay.
It's part of my monthly contract
Okay.
that I pay for the services of them housing and indexing and
That,
everything.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right, Amy?
Just one other thing too, I wanted to give kudos out to my staff. As if you have been downstairs or one of the branch offices, you can see how busy that we have been. March is our busiest month of the year. So I went through and this morning I did a little bit of statistical information. So in 2024, in the month of March, we did 9,440 transactions during that month. That's an average of around 450 per business day of the days that we were open, and collected a little over $3 million. It was $3,023,122. So in March of 2025, our highest day obviously was yesterday, the last day of the month. Between the three locations, we processed 1,072 transactions for customers at those 3 locations. LaGrange did 612, Crestwood did 297, and Prospect Goshen office did 163. So we collected in the month of March $3,537,102, and we processed for the entire month 12,974 transactions, which is an average of 618 transactions per day. So I just want to give kudos out to my motor vehicle staff for all their hard work and dedication and commitment to the citizens. So that's a lot of work and a lot of paperwork. And if you were one of the poor souls that got me as your renewal clerk, as I learned the motor vehicle side, I apologize. I hope it's right. No. But other than
All right.
that,
Just one quick question.
All right, Kevin.
Yes, Amy, how's the Goshen office working, and did you get internet and everything hooked up and
we
finalized?
do not have it what I call hardwired yet, but yeah. So everything is still up and going. We don't have issues. We've had some lighting issues where the lights will randomly dim down during the day, or the bathroom lights won't come on at all. But they've had some lighting issues with the entire building over there that they're still trying to work out some of the little kinks and stuff on it and everything. But we've gotten many, many compliments about having that location and how nice the library is and what a great facility it is for us to share with them.
Great. Thank you.
Speaking of the Goshen Library, there is a inappropriate door between our office and the library's lobby. I'm trying to do what I can to get that door made a little more attractive. It's just a steel fire door. I
Yeah,
have no idea
because it is
how
a
it can
fire
get-
door, yeah.
You know why that was. The architects picked that, but they couldn't have picked a less attractive door in my estimation. So we're trying to work to get a fireproof glass or something there that actually is conducive between people walking from our office into the library and vice versa, versus going through a door that you don't know where it leads, or it's just not an attractive door. So
Sure.
we're working with the library board to get that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Also want to mention, Amy did mention about driver's licenses. We are trying to work with the state to place a driver's license bureau, office, whatever, in Oldham County. Right now, if you get your driver's license renewed, you can, I think, do it through the mail, but you also have to go to Bowman Field or something like that. And I've made a pitch to try to get them to locate a facility in the temporary courthouse building in Crestwood when the temporary courthouse moves out later this year. So I think that'd be an ideal spot and would certainly make it more convenient for the people in our community. So, all right, well, thank you. All right, we're going to move on now, and we're very fortunate to be able to make a presentation to an outstanding public servant in our community. I'd like to ask Zach Wilt to come by and introduce him. Zach is our Emergency Management Director.
Thank you, Judge. I'm Zach Wilt. I'm the emergency management for Oldham County here. And behind me today is Bill McClay. He has given years of service to this community, all mostly volunteer hours under emergency management. Today, I would like to ask the judge to recognize him in his service. He is taking a step back this month and living his life, but he has been over 30 years of public service to this community, to other communities, and with search and rescue, with training other first responders on how to handle search and rescue missions, coordination. He is a plethora of information and resources. So we asked the judge if we could see if we can do an announcement and just a recognition of his service today.
Right, and we're going to do that now, and I'd like to ask Mrs. McClay and the members of South Oldham Fire who have come with him, or any other individuals who are here, all have come in their uniforms, look nice. Please come on to the front. And after I have a proclamation to read, and then after we read the proclamation, I'll come down and present it to you. We'll ask for some Holly to come out and take some pictures. And let's let Bill's wife get right up close to him there. And it looks like you've probably been married quite a few years, haven't you?
Just a few.
Just a few, yeah.
45.
45. Well, congratulations. All right. Whereas Bill McClay has devoted 32 years of dedicated service to the search and rescue field, demonstrating unwavering commitment, skill, and leadership. And whereas Bill McClay has served as the search and rescue coordinator for the Oldham County Task Force, guiding countless search and rescue missions and trainings with professionalism and expertise. And whereas Bill McClay's tireless efforts and countless volunteer hours have been instrumental in ensuring the safety and well-being of the most vulnerable citizens of Oldham County. And whereas Bill McClay's dedication has made a lasting impact on the Oldham County Task Force, earning him the admiration and respect of his colleagues and the community alike. And now, therefore, I'm happy to pronounce April 1, 2025 as Bill McClay Day in Oldham County. And we extend our deepest appreciation and gratitude for his commitment in keeping our county safe. And I'd also like to announce here, I will come down, we'll get a picture, and I'd like all the fiscal court members to come and stand behind us as we turn around, and maybe all the other people stand here in the front row. We also ordered a little model rescue truck for you today. Unfortunately, it's still in the mail somewhere, but I'll give it to Zach, and he can bring it to you. It's a Hess model, and they put together nice models, something you can have on your table at home. But remember, the people of Oldham County appreciated you. Everybody get up and come on and stand behind us. Okay.
Want us back here, Judge?
You guys probably gonna go right in this area right here.
I'm not sitting.
Stand here, maybe all flank out on either side of us here.
I'll come over here to you.
Come on, Mr. McClay. Yes. Come on here, Bill.
I think Stephanie's done this before. I forgot. Oh, I know it.
Take some tea.
That's good?
Let's all hold this out.
Want to move that chair?
They've been taking pictures for 3 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
I know, we're getting coordinated. We're good.
Everybody hold their spot so the era can get into the picture.
Really?
I'm not going anywhere.
Good.
Speech.
Thank you for putting this over here for me.
No problem.
Come on, Steve, smile.
Come back.
Now, come on, smile. Had the old smudging look.
That was your stuff, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this honor. It's really, really nice. I really appreciate it. And I need to acknowledge the task force because the task force and the chiefs and all the agencies that support us, that many of them are here today, and we couldn't do it. It's definitely a team effort. It's a team sport. And thank you very much for your support.
Well, thank you for your service. We appreciate you and all the members of the team. Appreciate your wife as well, because I know you've been out many nights when she wondered where you were. And, all right.
There you go.
And this goes to show you that we're all a community. We all work together and lift everything up for the benefit of each other. So a wonderful community we have.
Yeah.
The next thing I like to do actually is, what happened to my sign? Did it go away?
Right behind you.
Oh, I moved it.
I want to, we have several members in our community who are members of the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame. Don Helton is probably the most well-known individual. Don was responsible for conceiving and starting the initial progress at the Oldham County Veterans Park on the South Oldham High School campus. Don is no longer with us, passed away a few years ago. We appreciate Don, and there were 3 other members of the Veterans Hall of Fame that I wasn't quick enough to bring everybody's name with me here today, but we do have some signage that we're going to place at the Veterans Hall of Fame, plus in a couple other locations of Oldham County. In Oldham County, I'd like to show you the sign now. I think it's a beautiful sign, and it'll honor these veterans.
Him and his son.
You guys all see it? Okay.
Judge.
We certainly appreciate all our veterans, and we do have a Veterans Service Office in our building here on the 3rd floor. It operates several days a week, so we invite any veteran who's having any questions about his benefits or service record or whatever to please use the Veterans Service Office on our 3rd floor. I want to ask Zach Wilt now to come back. We've got some storms coming in. I know we have some people who are actually watch us live from home, and I want to share that information with them as well as those of us in the room here now.
Yeah, I'm Zach Wild again, Oldham County Emergency Management, and starting this off, not a meteorologist, so I'm echoing what they've given me. So it may or may not even rain, let alone what they're telling us. That said, yeah, Wednesday night, late night, early Thursday morning, we're going to see some 40-mile-an-hour winds, damaging winds is what they're telling us. Can't rule out spin-up tornadoes. This last event Sunday night, so far they've sent out 9 warnings, and they've confirmed 4 were actual tornadoes. Spencer County, Meade County, I think Bullitt County, and maybe somewhere else. So there was a lot of rotation with this last storm. It's a very similar setup this coming for Wednesday night. Right now, we're looking at 10% chance of tornadoes, high risk, long track tornadoes is what, right now they have a significant track they're tracking right now. I think it was the Bullitt County one. EF2s are stronger, so it's going to be a little scary, a little hairy for the next couple nights. The rain is the biggest threat. Severe flooding is they're actually calling it life threat. So widespread river flooding, major flooding event for the next few days here. Wednesday, we're going to see a lot of rain. Thursday, we're going to see a lot of rain. Friday, it's going to lighten up a little, still rain, but a little less. Saturday, it's going to pour on us again. So essentially, it's stalling out right on top of us and hanging out for a long time. That said, Smart 911 is why I wanted to make this announcement. Weather alerts through Smart 911 are going to be your most reliable way of getting any information quickly. That and downloading a weather app. So the weather apps, FEMA, you have the Weather Channel, you have your local apps as well. Smart 911 is going to be your best way of getting information very quickly. And I suggest going to smart911.com. You can sign up there or visit the county website. It's at the bottom in a banner. And you can also text 67283 OC Alert, all capital, one word, OC Alert to 67283. I recommend making an account. You can't have any custom alerts when you just text in. Making an account, you'll be able to customize your alerts. That said, I appreciate you guys. Anybody have any questions that I can try to answer?
We did put the graphic up for the people.
Perfect.
In the they're watching it on.
Okay. Any fire department website, I believe the police departments and the county website, you'll have a Smart 911 banner. Takes you all to the same place. Yes, sir.
Just one question, Zach, on the, if we do have power outages or whatever, will there be sites set up that if somebody needed, shelter or whatever at the firehouses, or, how will that work exactly?
Yeah, you can visit my Facebook. I don't know if it's pinned on the emergency management Facebook. You may have to scroll down a little bit. We do have a revolving list of shelters. All the fire departments have chosen to participate to help out. Calling them shelters is they're more so a warming center or just a respite type place to go to get out of the weather and make arrangements to have family, friends, or even a shelter come pick you up. Calling it a shelter kind of has other implications on it. So any fire department that is on the list, which is all of them right now, I can make the call. We can open the doors. You can go in there. We have some cots, some blankets. You can charge your devices, kind of collect your bearings, and we can get you the help you need. It's basically just a holding place. All the fire departments, we have a few churches, but that's kind of last resort. And we also have the Tri-County Community Action Agency in Buckner there, the senior center. That is an Oldham County shelter that is designated as a shelter. It's got everything that you need to call it a shelter. That can be stood up as well if we need so.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Next item on our agenda is a report today from the Oldham County Conservation District. Happy to have Rosalind Streeter and Mary Lowry with us. And one other person whose name they didn't give me.
Two more.
Who is it?
The Mason Quorum, our program director
Okay.
and tech guru.
All right.
Rosalind Streeter, our secretary treasurer, and Chris Vidal, who is overseeing the South Curry's Fork watershed work. So we put together a little PowerPoint for you guys. Anybody has any questions as we go through, feel free to ask. Okay. This is our annual report for fiscal year 24, and we have some 25 in here as well. This is our mission: to help protect Oldham County's natural resources by working hand in hand with government agencies, industry, schools, businesses, and individual landowners. Conservation districts, if y'all are interested in the history, were started in the 1930s following the Dust Bowl. And Franklin Roosevelt recommended the Standard State Soil Conservation District Act be signed into law by all state governors, which provide a guide for states to create conservation districts. So every county in every state has a conservation district. There are nearly 3,000 today. Oldham County Soil and Water Conservation District was formed as a local subdivision of state government in 1946. And we offer free conservation advice to county residents and offer different programs and cost share opportunities to implement conservation and ag practices. We work in conjunction with the USDA and the NRCS. There are 121 conservation districts in Kentucky, and no one can tell me yet why one county has two.
North Logan and South Logan.
Huh?
North Logan and South Logan.
North Logan and South Logan. Yeah. Kevin, who was on the district for 39 years and received an award this year at the National Association of Conservation Districts in in Salt Lake City. He was recognized for his service. Our district programs, every district is different. We have a pollinator cost share program. I gave you all some seeds that you can plant. We reimburse 50% of the cost of plants, up to $150, to help community members implement native pollinator habitats on their property. Obviously, they also educate themselves about pollinator plats. We've approved this year 53 applications and 113 total. We also partner with the Friends of Curry's Fork and others to maintain the Main Street Community Pollinator Garden in LaGrange. We started a geobin composting program, and we developed this program and we collaborated. We have lots of partners. We love our partners. With the Oldham County Public Library, Extension, Solid Waste and Recycling, and community volunteers. In the past, 169 people have participated with a total of 557 participants since 1920. And the recipients also have to complete an online educational component to qualify. Our Cape and Yape programs from the ag settlement money from the tobacco. And we now have taken over from Farm Bureau, the Cape and Yape administration. Last year we gave about $60,000, was made available in 23 to the county for Cape grants. We had 13 of 20 approved for Cape and 2 of 5 approved for Yape. DAR, Dead Animal Removal Grant. The district once again received $5,000 from the Division of Conservation to contribute toward the cost for dead animal remover. We do a soil test, cost share reimbursement. Residents can get up to 5 free soil samples tested through this program. Half the cost is covered by the Extension Office and half is covered by our Conservation District. This past year, 245 samples were taken county-wide. We did a calendar photo contest. We gave you all a calendar, which is up there. We had a photo contest, and residents submitted their shots of Oldham County's natural landscapes. It was overwhelming response. 12 photos were selected and made into a 25 calendar. We have youth opportunities. Our art and writing contest has been around since 1954, I think, Kevin. In 24, we had an area and state level winner between both contests. Lainey Gardner, the 4th grade at Kenwood Station, placed first in the area. It's a big deal with her art entry, and Jacob Glusek, 11th grade North Oldham, placed 3rd in the state with his writing entry. And to add to that, and this year, Oldham County had an area and a state level winner between both contests. Again, we were the only county in the state to accomplish this feat. Lainey Gardner, 5th grader at Kenwood Station, one-upped herself by placing 2nd in the state with her art entry, and Everly Easterling, 8th grade at St. Al's, placed 1st in the area with her writing entry. And their award ceremony was in Frankfurt at the Capitol, and very impressive kids. Glenn Watson Scholarship, we give away now 2 scholarships each year to a senior, graduating senior pursuing conservation-related post-secondary education. These are last year's winners. And the Junior Conservation Board, thanks to Mason Quorum for starting this. We've talked about it for a long time. It's a very impressive group of young adults. And we started this comprising 7th to 12th grade students residing in or attending school in Oldham County. Serves as an extracurricular opportunity for students to gain environmental and conservation wisdom while providing opportunities in the field of leadership, professionalism, community service, and project management. They also helped us with our tree giveaway and will help us with our banquet. And feels good that they're younger than us and can take over the torch one day. We have a summer forest leadership program. Annually, we provide $500 to sponsor an Oldham County student to attend this summer's program. Josephina Williams, 11th grader at Oldham County High, attended last year's. District events, we do community tabling and outreach at Oldham County Day, LaGrange Farmers Market, Udell's Boudel event, community science fair, several regional watershed meetings, and much more. We did a pumpkin composting at Udell. People brought their pumpkins to compost. That was successful. And of course, our annual tree giveaway. Every year, people line up. We give away 2,500 plus trees. Each family could take home up to 10 tree seedlings. We see the same people year after year and new people, and the really cool thing is they bring pictures of their trees, which are now huge, that were this big. And our awards banquet, which we'd like you all to join us this year, was held on April 20th at City Place. And here we celebrated the winners in our programs, the art and writing contest, Glenn Watson Scholarship recipients, and others.
I'm asking him what he's drinking in the picture.
See a couple of magistrates in that picture there. They never miss a meal.
He's not going to tell. And this is an invitation to our awards banquet, which we hope you all have received, and we hope that you can join us. Curry's Fork Watershed, we took over the Curry's Fork Watershed work. Fiscal Court's 2020 grant we've completed in 24. Ongoing 22 grant, which is still under Fiscal Court. And then the 24 grant we applied for at the Conservation District and received, so we will take care of that ourselves. Annual Lake and Pond Management Field Day in conjunction with Curry's Fork was successful and successful again this year. We partnered with the Extension Office and had guest speakers in collaboration with local professionals. We partnered with the History Center in the afternoon and had an amazing Native American flute concert. And we thank Crystal Lake for the clubhouse. Our Watershed Watch Support Hub is housed at the Conservation District, and it's a citizen stream sampling network in the state. We house stream sampling supplies at the office and hold trainings. These are our staff contacts, and that's my presentation. You guys have any questions for us? We appreciate your support, and we're very excited about our work.
Magistrate Woosley.
think I have about 40 trees growing on our property that we've gotten from you guys.
Awesome.
So,
Send us
yeah,
pictures.
We love that program.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. We see the same people and new people every year, and we get to talk to them every year. We try to make it more efficient and faster because one does have to wait in line, but you know, the reward is good. And the trees this year, the trees were huge.
Yeah.
Yes, Kev?
Manager Hawkins.
The tree giveaway this year was very efficient. Last time, or in the years past, I think you just kind of ran and got what you could.
Yeah.
And this time it was very orderly. And then, of course, the pond and lake presentation was very good. And I always like hearing from the Fish and Wildlife folks, and they were there. And so anytime we can hear from them, I think they're just a plethora of information. And so that was cool. But it was very well organized, and I think you all are doing good work for the conservation of the county.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Magistrate Jeffries.
Yeah, just going to follow up that, the weather wasn't ideal that morning, but I think you got everything, got folks in and got them out pretty quick before the heavy rain started. So,
Yeah.
that program's been really, and, Nancy Tice with the History Center or whatever, it's been real supportive and real helpful on providing a really nice location. And it, I think it was set up really well, and I didn't get to make it this year, but from what I heard and saw pictures, looked like it was, very well attended, and you all sold out, got rid of all the trees pretty quick.
Every single one. This year we did not have white pines, so they're going to the schools. They're going to 3 schools. We have about 1,000 white pines we're giving out to 3 schools on Earth Day. And it's interesting because white pines are always the ones that are left, as you know. But yeah, this year they were sold out. We had one person come late and had a few trees left. And yes, we avoided the weather.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Well, Mary, thank you. And I thank the other members of your staff who've come today. Would you mind providing us with a copy of your PowerPoint?
We would love to.
Okay. Love to
Yep.
have that.
Thank you all, and thank you all for everything you do.
Thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is our solid waste recycling annual report. Becky Zockline.
Thank you, Judge and members of the Fiscal Court. You have in front of you the report for all the solid waste activity in Oldham County in 2024. It is quite extensive. I've reduced it to this spreadsheet instead of forcing you to go through the stack, the document that's this big. So what that involves is I seek reports from everyone who hauls waste out of the county every year, and they report to me what they haul and where they haul it. So that involves waiting for those haulers to report back. I also ask for reports from all the recycling facilities within the county, which we have 3, and that is our own recycling center, Family Metals, and Hedges Transfer Station, which also does some recycling, and accepts construction debris. So I don't know if you want me to go through all the details of tonnages and numbers of haulers and dollars.
And I'm ready to make a motion, Judge, if you're ready.
Okay. Let me ask, right. Have you provided this information to the ERA here? For their
I can.
Okay. You'll be able to do something with that then. Magistrate Hawkins.
I'd like to make a motion that we recommend I'll just say we recommended out of committee today, ERU committee, to recommend this to the fiscal court unanimously. So I'd like to make the motion that we allow the judge to sign the 2024 annual report as submitted by Becky Zockline, our solid waste coordinator, as well as accept it.
Second.
Question.
Magistrate Hounds.
It's a 2024 report, right?
Yes.
Okay. It says 2023 on this document.
I beg your pardon.
I was making sure. I thought I read 2024, but it Sometimes I understand how it takes a while to get.
Does it look like this?
No. Mine has blue and
yellow.
yellow lines.
It's the wrong report.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
But the one
I'm
you
sorry.
showed us in committee said 2024.
Yeah. I
Okay.
apologize.
All right. I think we can go ahead and still submit it to the state. Isn't today the deadline?
Yes.
All right, so we still have to submit it.
Thought I had
Yes.
a copy.
So I assume the numbers maybe are a little different or what from what?
Yes, they're
is here?
different.
Okay.
Yes, I apologize.
Can you put that up on the screen?
It's really small.
Okay, never mind. We won't be able to see it.
Well,
Because I had to shrink 2 pages, 2 spreadsheets into 1 page.
As long as it went through committee, that's fine.
all right. Well, I mean, as far as recycling events, illegal dumps, public education efforts, waste collection in the city, number of haulers or county, that sort of thing. I think the main thing we might be interested in, how much money did our recycling operation generate in '24?
$12,778.55.
All right.
That's what this report says.
Oh, good. Okay.
What do you have down for litter abatement?
The grant was for $82,796.24.
That's what we got.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the right information.
Just the wrong date on the heading.
Just the
Wrong
wrong
date.
date, okay.
Okay.
So we do have the correct information here. Okay. All right, well. All right, all is forgiven here, okay. All right, I think we've got a motion on the floor in a second. Questions, Magistrate Logson?
No, can I ask my question after we vote?
No, if it
Is there
pertains
a
to the
question
vote.
about this, or?
No, it has nothing to do with the,
Doesn't have to do with this? okay.
Maybe
it's just
Becky.
something I want to ask her.
Okay, well, let's stick with this. Any questions on the report? All right, hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now Magistrate Logson.
Rebecca, I just want to just remind, and you can back this up, remind everybody, we do the cleanup for the Rotary Club, picking up trash on the side of the road. I just want to remind everybody, please bag your trash, because I don't know how many times you follow behind a garbage truck and it's just blowing out. It's not their fault. It's just that when they squeeze it in, if it's not tied together, it's just going to blow out. And you know, we did Zell Smith Road one time, cleaned it up, and a garbage truck came back through. We had to go back and clean it up again. I mean, there's that much stuff that flies out of a garbage truck in the back. So I just wanted to remind everybody of that.
Thank you for mentioning that, Magistrate Logston. It is now part of our solid waste ordinance that all trash that goes in the curbside cart has to be bagged.
Anyone else? All right, thank you, Becky.
Thank you.
Next item has to do with our 2026 detention center budget. Jailer Jeff Tyndall is here.
Judge, before Jeff starts, this did go through the Finance Committee this morning. We drilled him the best we could, and he and Stan both came out alive, so,
All right,
you know, for what it's worth.
okay. For what it's worth. All
What it's
right.
worth. I'm here.
Thank you.
Today, we're here to discuss the detention center budget for 2026. It's a standard every April to present the jail budget in front of the fiscal court. And this morning, I did meet with the budget committee, so I'm here to just take any questions.
Well, let's go over some of these numbers here. Just, we have people watching who,
Yes, sir.
you know, may like to hear a number. They can't see anything.
That's fine.
All right, total revenue for the jail expected in '26 is how much?
$8,108,350.
$8.1 million.
$8.1 million.
All right. And you expect the majority, at least, 40% of this money, or half of the money, to come from federal prisoners. Is that correct?
More than correct.
Right. And well, actually more when we see there's two classes of federal prisoners, is that correct?
About $6.5 million.
6.5 million, all right. And then the balance is picked up from our state prisoners and neighboring county prisoners.
Yes, sir.
Right, all right. And you're projecting our expenses to be, how much?
7.9 million, with a net transfer to the general fund of about $179,000.
Right. And that transfer money will be applied against our long-term debt for the detention center.
Yes, sir.
So it was the plan
Yes.
that we started off with in 2018. Is that when we built the jail?
We opened up our doors in January of 2018.
2018, right. So there we have really an 8-year plan that has come to fruition.
Things are very positive.
All right, that's great. Does any magistrate, I know you said you approved this in committee, but there are other people that weren't there this morning.
I'll make the motion, Judge, if you want to start the discussion
Okay,
about it.
sure.
I'll make the motion that we approve the jail budget presented by Jailer Tyndall.
I'll second that.
All right, now, are there any questions here? Magistrate Tice.
I think we know when we built the new jail that there was going to be, at the onset, there'd be a loss.
Microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I think we knew when we first built the new jail that there would be a net loss if you count the retirement of the debt. About what are we losing per year?
This year, we're not going to, what we propose, we don't lose anything. Should, with everything that myself, Stan, have looked at, we're in the positive, about 180,000.
So in other words, this is after we pay our, no, that's not.
We will, the budget that was in front of you has a net transfer of about $180,000 to the general fund. That monies will go to pay towards the bond payment. In this budget, there is no bond payment.
And I understand that, but how much are we paying towards the bond?
About $1 million a year.
That's what I was getting at. And about how long will that continue on?
Wayne, to answer that question, it's not as easy as an answer that you would like, because there's two different bonds, and we pay one for so long. Stan, he can explain it much better than I can. It gets confusing.
There's two bonds. One's a tax exempt, very low interest rate. The other one is a regular bond that's not tax exempt. That had to do with source of funds. It's just federal requirements. But we set them up. We set it up so that the higher rated bond gets paid off quicker. Then we go into the low interest bonds. But we keep the payments for 20 years at about 1.1 million per year. So that number stays pretty current. It doesn't vary much from year to year. And we're into our 7th year of bond payments on the bonds.
So how many years do we have left approximately on that? I didn't hear that. 13? Okay. That's good.
Yep.
And then, of course, as our inmates, as we keep more and more inmates and get more and more money, then that debt will go down. I mean, it won't go down.
The inmates are not a direct reflection of the bond payment. The jail operates on an operational budget so that we don't have to put in any general fund dollars to fund the jail. The fiscal court has, since the beginning, paid the bond payment out of the general fund.
I'm well aware of that. I just didn't know what it was, and that's what I was trying to see.
Yeah, the only thing over time, the debt payment has stayed fixed. And as you know, we've been through some inflationary periods. Our operating costs went up, and we renegotiated our rates with the federal government to justify, to cover the cost it was costing us. And it's like on a house payment 20 years ago, what looked like a whole lot, 15 years ago looks pretty inexpensive. And I think that's going to continue. So, in 10 years, the payment will still be $1 million, but, the revenues will keep going up. So.
And I wasn't criticizing. I was just wanting to know what the numbers were. Thank you.
Every 3 years, we can renegotiate contracts with our federal contract. This year, we renegotiated, and we went from $57 a day to $73 a day per federal inmate. So that's a big increase. So that's what we will do. Again, we will revisit in another 2 years.
Sure.
So,
Thank you.
yes, sir.
Magistrate Woosley.
Stan, is there a reason why we don't build in the bond payment into the jail's budget? So it actually looks like what the expenses for the jail is? So instead of 8.1 million, shouldn't it be 9.2 million?
We can do that internally, but a DLG requires bond payments to be in the debt section
Of
the
general
chart
fund?
of accounts. Yeah, 7,100, not buried in. Yeah, it's just, we follow state reporting requirements.
Okay.
We don't forget about.
It's a conversation every budget cycle, and this is my 6th or 7th year in the budget, and that comment always has come up. And
And pretty much the debt that the fiscal court is paying is all related to the
jail.
detention center.
Right. Eventually, the jail will be paid off, and a couple people may not realize that back in about 2016 or so, back in those days, we were losing $700,000 to maybe $800,000, $900,000 a year on a jail that was falling apart. It was a total mess. Of course, now we got a brand new courthouse sitting in place of where the jail was a number of years ago. So we're doing what we, that been here for a while, think is an excellent job, because Jeff and Stan has gotten the money up. Jeff and Jessica Childers have gotten the federal prisoners up. It's all working out great.
I want to add to that. It's not Jeff, Jessica, and Stan. It's my staff members. I've got the best staff that I've had in 2.5 years, the best staff that I've seen since we've opened up this new facility, and I couldn't do it without them.
Right. Well, and I believe you're not quite full to the brim today, but you can see it from there, correct?
I'm full.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mentally or the jail?
All the above.
Magistrate Dye.
Judge, just to bring your memory up a little more fine pointed, before when we went out on this thing, we were actually before any local and state prisoners. It would have been 1.2 to 1.3 million would have been the payment. Remember that, Stan? Back in the very beginning, we started talking about this, and then we took the state and local prisoners' revenue, and that brought it down to about 900,000.
I'm not following.
What we wouldn't on the old jail, we were putting about 900,000.
Well, I just happened to look back when we started the process of the new jail. In 2013, the last year that we really kept up maintenance of the old jail, because when we knew we were going to move out, we started closing cells and didn't even occupy them because they were leaking and doors wouldn't lock. But in 2013, when we had no debt related to the detention, it cost the general fund $1.3 million. So you look at it this way, here we are, 12 years later, and not much, a little bit better off, but, dollar-wise, inflation-wise, much better off.
Right, but I'm going back to 2010, when it first all started.
Okay. Any other comments on this? Thank you. All right. Do we have a motion on this? A second. All right. Is everybody in favor of accepting Jeff's report? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we'll have the opportunity to pay our bills here.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion on any of the charges for us?
Abstain, Judge.
Pardon?
Abstain.
You're abstaining? Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Abstain.
carries. Thank you. All right. Now we'll have under contracts and resolutions, the contract for a noise study associated with the proposed connector system from Highway 22 to Highway 146. Jim Sullivan.
Yes, County Engineer. Oldham County Fiscal Court, along with KYTC, currently has a consultant, Stantec, working on the preliminary line and grade phase for the connector between Kentucky Highway 22 and 146. The current plans, based on the scope and what's been determined so far, show that road will likely extend the road that goes towards Kenwood Station Elementary over towards and then cross through around where the Stockyards Bank is. That's probably the most likely connection we've seen. Again, we're about 80% through the preliminary line and grade phase of that project. And as part of this, as this design phase continues, the state requires, because this is receiving federal funds, that we provide a noise study. So what you have before you is the contract with QK4 to provide this noise study. It's the amount of $29,760. 80% of that would be reimbursed by KYTC, and another 10% will be reimbursed by Crestwood. So of this portion of design, $2,976 would be the final contribution from fiscal court. And I'm asking that you allow Judge Vogel to sign this contract so we can proceed.
So moved.
Second.
All right, moving second, I'll be able to sign this noise study. Are there any questions? Magistrate Hawkins?
Jim, will this consider, as we move forward in potentially expanding 71 from Crestwood to LaGrange, would this consider the noise impact of that as well?
No, this is strictly for the connection between 22 and 146.
To benefit who? The residents of Crestwood, or?
Well, this is just to benefit traffic overall. It's to relieve the traffic at the intersection of 22 and 146 further south in that whole campus area. So
this is determining noise impact that it'll have on the school or the residents or all of it?
it actually references both the school proximity and the residential properties.
Okay, and then another question I had for you was, is this the same company that we had do the commerce study?
QK4 is currently
Yep, okay.
performing the Commerce Parkway traffic study for us.
Okay.
And they're on, QK4 and some others are on a rotating list with the cabinet. So it's their turn to get a certain contract, and they come up first with the cabinet.
Okay, thank you.
Magistrate Hounds?
Is this normal that we do? I mean, I don't remember doing noise studies in the past. So what triggered this one?
Well, I think it was the proximity to the residences. But I asked the same question, and I was told it's got to be done for the federal funding.
Okay, so I mean, I guess if it fails, I guess I'm trying to figure out what I understand now.
Well, so if it were to fail in those terms, then we would likely have to look at some of the alternatives.
Alternatives for the road, or
location,
location,
or if there's mitigating factors we could implement into the project.
So you walked into my trap.
Okay.
Why are we doing this now before we're so far down the path of the road?
Well, we're really not. We're still in the preliminary line and grade phase. We've not gotten into full design. So this is that step of.
Okay, so we don't do these things. I guess when we were talking about months ago, the road options, this wouldn't have been something that would have been included in the road options. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, it seems like we're doing this now, and I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to get kicked out. I don't have any idea.
I don't either, and it just has to be done.
Okay, we just have to suck it up and move on. Is what you're saying?
Again, it is required for federal funding.
Fair enough. It just didn't. It's a new one on you, and it's a new one on me. So,
Magistrate Woosley.
Jim, can you walk me through exactly what we're talking about? This isn't 329 over to 146, right?
That's what I'm
Because
I apologize. Yes, 329B to 146.
not 22 to 146, 329.
apologies.
Okay.
Okay.
It says 22.
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent catch.
329 to 146.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, Kenwood. It's the
from
Kenwood
the
Station.
Kenwood Avenue.
It's the Kenwood Station Road.
Right. To continue it over to 146.
Yeah, it goes from essentially the Stockyards Bank intersection and 146 to the backside of Kenwood to help the school system. It's not really going to help Crestwood traffic, but
Yeah.
Well, you don't think that's going to help Crestwood traffic?
where you're going to dump it onto the school property?
No, it's going to go right through there. School's not open 365 days a year. I mean, That'll open all day even.
And the school has been involved in this project.
I understand. I've been to the meetings too.
Okay. Well, sorry. Okay, Magistrate Hawkins.
Would you remind me again why federal is involved if it's connecting two state roads?
The federal funds get distributed through the state system in almost all these projects that we do because they're all state routes. It's come from that federal funding.
Okay, so it's not just required by the state, or is the state requiring it also? It's simply federal, right?
Well, it's because it's federal funds that are administered by the state. But
Okay.
Is there another one down there? Another hand?
I was just going to say thank you for clarifying that, because I was sitting there thinking, are they going to redo the Reardon crossing, or what are they?
I apologize. 329B.
Well, we need to amend the agenda to reflect 329 instead of 22, since it's listed on the agenda as 22.
The contract is correct.
Contract is correct. It's just a typographical error there on the.
Somebody pulls it up later, needs to know that it is 329.
Okay, well, we got a motion on the floor in a second. All in favor of going forward, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes?
Yeah, Kenwood. Holly, do you want that as part of the motion to correct the spelling errors of Kenwood?
Well, how'd they spell it?
Okay.
You just corrected it's 329.
Okay, spell it. Well, we've got the motion will say this is for Kenwood Elementary and, or Kenwood Road, so, yeah. So we've got equal opportunity employee there, so that they got the road spelled wrong twice on the contract, so, okay.
Yeah.
And not the same mistake twice, just spelled wrong twice.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hear any objection from our county attorney, so I think we're okay.
None, Your Honor. Not substance.
All right, not substantive. Okay, OHS wellness contract, biometric screening. Our Human Resources Director, Tina Schaaf, can bring that up. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Before you all this afternoon is our contract with OHS. On-Site Health Solutions. They're the ones that come out and do our biometric screenings each year. We have them hopefully scheduled, once this is approved, for 3 days to do the biometric screenings for the employees here at the building in the John Black Center. So I would like you guys to
I'll make that
approve this.
motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item has to do with Tina McGregor proposal here.
Right. We have a proposal before you this afternoon for our HRA services, or I'm sorry, for McGregor. They're going to, we are switching our benefits administration program. We are going to a company called Employee Navigator that's going to work with Paylocity. We were with bSwift. When we set up the feeds initially, there was no charge for them. But now we're setting up a new feed with McGregor, and they're going to charge us additional fees for the Employee Navigator portion of it. We were spending $1,500 a month for bSwift. We got rid of that program, and we're using an Employee Navigator, and that's not going to cost the county any money. So this money that we're going to spend for McGregor, I think it totals $500 in addition to what we pay them already monthly. So,
Judge, the Human Resources met, and I would like to make the recommendation that you allow you to sign this proposal.
I'll second that.
Are there any questions?
I got a question.
Magistrate Hawkins.
Has any of this changed since the HR committee meeting?
no.
No.
Mm-mm.
And the $624 approximately that we pay per month to McGregor, or per pay period to McGregor, I think it is.
Per month.
Per month.
Mhm.
Will that continue? That'll
It does
continue.
continue because that includes our HRA administration and our COBRA administration.
Okay, and then this is just adding that 22 cents.
It is
Okay,
for the EDI feed now that they're going to maintain for us.
gotcha. Okay, thank you.
All right, if there are no further questions, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item here.
Personnel?
Yeah, you go ahead, Tina, personnel.
Thanks. We have a new hire at the police department. We have Langston Webb. He's coming in as a 3-year lateral from the U of L Police at $33.20 per hour. That's his base hourly rate, and that'll be effective on the 14th of April.
Judge, I'll make that motion that we hire the officer.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And the last item is a resignation at recycling. Miguel Artiega, he resigned effective on the 14th of March.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Just
thanks.
note that. All right. Now we have some appointments to the Tourism Commission here. I'd like to reappoint for a term to expire on March 2nd, 2028, Blaine Anderson. Is there a motion to accept Blaine?
I'll make that
Second.
motion. Second.
All right. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Also like to reappoint Leah Nachman for a term to expire February 2nd, 2028.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. Sheriff Merit Board, reappoint Clay Jones for a term to expire January 17th, 2027.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. Ambulance Taxing Board, reappoint Stan Clark for a term to expire February 1st, 2027.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All right. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. One negative, all right? Passes 8 to 1. All right. Thank you. Now, I'm going to ask that we'll take a 10-minute break and then go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810 subsection 1C related to discussion of a proposed or pending litigation involving a public agency. Following that executive session, I'd like to continue on in a second executive session under KRS 61.810 subsection 1G related to discussions between a public agency and representative of a business entity and discussions concerning a specific proposal if open discussions would jeopardize the siting, retention, expansion, or upgrading of the business. And we'll come back and we'll have public comment after that. Is there a motion we go take a break and then go into executive session?
Judge, is there anybody else invited?
Yes, we would have Stan Clark will be in there and for the second part of the discussion. Ryan Fisher will be in also for the second part of the discussion, and we'll notify them when they would be invited. I did invite the Mayor John Black to come, but I don't see him here right now.
What about Bazanis and Sandy?
Pardon?
Bazanis and Sandy, or no?
Yes, they would,
Okay.
right. I don't see them here either, but they're.
They just stepped out.
If they
They're in
just
their
have,
large conference.
okay, we invited David Bazanis and Sandy Hensley for the second public comment.
So moved.
Second executive session.
We have a motion?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Let's say, 3:25, we'll meet, okay? let's return to our meeting now. Is there a motion to go back into session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All right. I
Judge,
believe,
I'd like to make a motion.
yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion that the court authorize you to hire a consultant to work on behalf of the court for a special project.
Second.
Second.
All right. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, I think we're about at the end of the meeting, but we'll get some comments from our magistrates here. Magistrate Logston?
Nothing, sir.
All right, Magistrate Dye?
Well, no one's mentioned it, so I guess I will today. It's April Fool's Day, so you still got a few hours yet to be fooled, so
All right.
stay on your toes.
All right. I didn't have a final, was there anybody here that wanted to make a public comment at the end of the meeting? You did? Oh, it's how you
That's why he
stayed. Okay, it just dawned on me. All right, we'll stop the magistrate's comments for public comment.
I'll be very,
As Blaine Anderson, I know you live in LaGrange somewhere.
I do. Do I have to give the address?
Yes.
1414 Grandview Court in LaGrange.
Okay.
I guess the biggest question I have is, obviously there's a lot of conversation about this little project going out on the 53. My question is, as I understand the reporting in the newspaper, this board that represents the citizens of Oldham County will not have a say in that project. Is that the correct understanding as reported? There will not be a vote by fiscal court, whether it's to approve the project, deny the project, try to get it moved to another location, something like that.
At this time, we don't plan on the fiscal court, this project coming to the fiscal court. Believe it, the planning and zoning administrator has ruled that under the existing laws of the ordinance of the county, this type of request goes to the Board of Adjustments for a conditional use permit rather than come to fiscal court. So we're blocked, if you will, by the way the ordinance is written from coming here.
Okay.
Doesn't mean, excuse me, that doesn't mean we're not going to have an opinion about it as at least as individuals, possibly as a body. And it doesn't mean that the fiscal court administration here, supported by the magistrates, will be doing a significant amount of due diligence to learn everything we can about the construction, operation, finances of data centers. At this particular time, this has come on really quickly. We had no previous knowledge of it, perhaps beyond 3 weeks ago. It just come to us very quickly, and we're taking a deep breath, and we're going to make the best decision that we can as individuals for the county, although it probably likely will not come to a vote here because of the ordinances, and our county attorney has advised us that the proper route is through the Board of Adjustments.
And Judge, the one thing I would add is that's based upon the current information that we have. There has not been an application filed, so we don't know exactly specifically what's going to get filed. So it's sort of dependent. I mean, they could file something for a zone change, and that would change the posture of it, but that's based upon the information we have, and frankly, Blaine, I mean, I think it's sort of the same information that is in the paper. I mean, that's
Right.
all we know.
Right. Okay. And just so I think, again, the constituents are aware, that board was appointed by the judge with fiscal court's approval, correct?
That's correct. That's
Perfect.
correct.
Okay, thank you.
It's a sub-board of the Planning Commission, and we appoint all the members on there.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean we tell them how to vote.
Right.
That just means that we've appointed them based on their good character and what we feel is their good judgment in the community.
Right.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So,
And
now,
I was going to ask for
all right,
clarification on the three.
go ahead, Magistrate Hawkins.
I have nothing, but I wanted to clarify the 3-week time frame because I think it hasn't necessarily been 3 weeks. That might have been a little bit of a stretch, at least for some of us. But I just wanted to clarify. I think for all of us. Yeah. So, but other than that, I
Right,
don't.
maybe different individuals here have learned about this in different periods of time. When I say 3 weeks ago, I'm taking a WAP, if you need, you know what I mean by that, or a WAG, because I was asked for an appointment. People came and told me that there was a plan to try to bring this to the community. I believe that was about 3 weeks ago. It may have been 2.5 weeks. It might have been 3.5. It's been a few weeks, but not very many. And so it's come to us rapidly. We did not recruit it. They did their own research about Oldham County and decided they would like to come here for their reasons. So we want to be very careful how we move and adjust, and many people would like to just see us reject it out of hand, but there's too much at stake here to not understand completely what we need to do to make a good evaluation as a community. And we'll be calling a public meeting and try to have as many experts there as we can to answer questions and let people have an opportunity to speak. It just is moving rapidly, and we can't move that fast and be comfortable with the fact that we understand exactly what this is about. So, okay. Magistrate Hounds.
Were you finished?
I'm finished. I don't.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine. No, that's all I had today, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Judge. EMA Director Wilt was here earlier to talk about Smart 911. Really want to encourage people to sign up for the Smart 911 platform. If you didn't hear that piece earlier, you can go to the county website, any of the fire department websites, the county police, I believe even the sheriff, not everybody, but most people have a banner on the bottom of their website. You can click on it, takes you to Smart 911. You can put in as much information as you feel comfortable with, or as little information as you feel comfortable with. But the main point here is to sign up for the alerts. There's been some controversy out there in electronic media land about Smart 911 and other things. The advantage of Smart 911 is the same advantage that you get with a weather radio that you can program with the National Weather Service. Once they issue the alert goes out over the National Weather Service, and it goes to Smart 911. People that rely on the tornado sirens, it's a great option, except for the fact that that information has to go to dispatch, and dispatch has to hit the button to operate to set off the tornado sirens. And at times, unfortunately, they can be very busy during storm events. So a weather radio, it may be too late to get one for tomorrow, but I've been told you can pick them up at drugstores and Walmart and that. And then sign up for Smart 911. They will send you the alerts. Unfortunately, if people I know say, well, I got the alert at 2 o'clock in the morning. If that's what time the storm comes through, folks, that's what time the alert's going out. Wouldn't you rather have been woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning by your phone ringing than your roof off? I'd rather be woken up by my phone ringing. So thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you. Magistrate Jeffries.
Yes, the only thing is I would follow up with what Zach's comments were today. They're talking, 8 to 12 inches of rain the next 3 days in the area. So, if we get that amount of rain, there's going to be a lot of roads that get flooded. Please, turn around or whatever. Don't drive through those areas because a lot of people would, are drowned and whatever. So, we just got to be cognizant of what the weather presents to us, but just make sure if the water is up over the road, don't go through there. Don't go around barricades that have been put up and those kind of things. So I just wanted to make that folks aware of that. So that's all I have today.
Thank you. Magistrate Woosley.
Thank you, Judge. I wanted to recognize South Oldham High School for their Final Four appearance at the boys basketball this past weekend. It's a great achievement for them, and it was the first time South Oldham has made it to the Final Four. Part of that was one of their players, Colton Wardle, who set a state tournament record for three-pointer. So I wanted to congratulate him on that achievement. I've got down April is National County Government Month, so happy National Government Month for our folks. And I wanted to just speak a little bit about the data center. Most of us on this fiscal court didn't learn about this until last week. There's been a grassroots movement that has spun up out of this called We Are Oldham County. There was about 1,500 members as of this afternoon over just a few short days. There's been a lot of information on that page, and I just encourage folks, before you start running with rumors, is wait until we get some facts. We don't know any more than what's been published, so I would just encourage folks to just let us do our due diligence here and figure out what's going on with this. And that's all I got, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Measured Tice.
Have nothing today, Judge. Thank you.
Measured Likens.
Thank you, Judge. Yeah, just want to remind everybody Easter is coming up in just a few weeks. And also, you think about it, Derby will be here in 1 month. So we're hooting right along.
Hard to believe.
Moving along pretty rapidly. All right, thank you. All right.
Saturday
Well,
night.
I think we've had some good comments here today, and I think speaking for our group, I would just ask our community to slow down. Let's not react to rumors or, it's hard to differentiate on Facebook what is fact, what is rumor, what is emotion, and what is, what is, real. I've seen quite a few things said that were just erroneous. They're just wrong. So I'm not going to try to refute them all. I'll just say be patient. Nothing's going to happen until our entire community knows all the facts about this circumstance. And it could present a great opportunity for our community. It might be the wrong thing for us. We're going to find out and get to the bottom of it, and it'll give everybody a chance to speak and learn. So it's important to understand completely rather than just react emotionally to circumstances. So we have a long way to go before we have all the information. So just take a deep breath. Nothing's going to happen. We're going to all make sure that we know what we need to know, and then we'll make our recommendation or decisions or whatever. So with that, I'd like to again congratulate Bill McClay, thank him for all he's done for emergency management and rescue and fire service in Oldham County. Very happy today to make this Bill McClay Day in Oldham County. So if you see him today or tomorrow, thank him for the effort he's made to make our community safer. With that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.